It's Blaire here. Welcome to week 6 of my 365 art challenge. If you're new here or to the series, I set a goal for myself to draw something every single day of the year and draw or paint at least one finished piece each week. So far, I've only missed one day and I've completed so many pieces. Without further ado, let's get into it. Let's start on January 31st. If you didn't know, Megan Thee Stallion released a music video for Hiss, and there's this scene where she's in a white hallway and in this gorgeous full-length thread dress with cutouts. I wanted the richness of traditional art for this, so I sketched the drawing while I was traveling, and then when I got home, I painted it with my grabby watercolor set. An important disclaimer is that the colors aren't that great. Not only did I manage to not match her skin tone traditionally, but the dress suffered too, although that's a little less serious. Not being able to correctly represent her skin tone was an important deciding factor in redoing this piece digitally. Although the differences may look very slight, she looks much less whitewashed in the digital rendering. I'm just not that talented when it comes to any sort of skin replica. On the next day, February 1st, I wanted to refine my digital watercolor replica abilities. What a convoluted way of saying I used a watercolor brush on Procreate. I enjoyed working with fun textures and pastel colors for this piece. On February 2nd, I was just sketching a quick little piece inspired by Melanie Martinez and my local ecosystem, the swamp. I've been in an environmental sciences class, so reading more about my own habitat had me really excited to create something that used those visuals. I've always been guilty of romanticizing the swamps. Lush green canopies and overgrowth, giant cypress trees that appear to be walking with their humongous roots. It's just so serene. On February 3rd, I finished the piece. I started with line art thinking this would be a relatively simple and straightforward piece, but thankfully I was wrong. I fell in love with rendering every single pixel of this piece. From the water reflections to the trees in the distance, I love pieces like this because they give me a chance to really fall in love with art again. No limits, just creativity. Melanie Martinez has always provided me with outlets and inspiration for uncaged creative expansion, so I'm really glad she's still on the scene in making music and visuals. Grammys took place on February 3rd, so of course I had to draw Taylor Swift. It's tradition. By the way, I finished this piece before she announced the Tortured Poets department, so I'm fast. Because of the previous day's announcement, February 4th included me illustrating the cover of the album. I make sticky notes with each of Taylor's album covers, so I knew I needed to draw it eventually. Lucky for me, it was exceedingly fun to draw, and I can't wait to see what's in store for this era and how Taylor's career changes after this. On February 6th, I wanted to draw another piece inspired by the album. I referenced one of the photos she had released, but I really allowed myself to get inspired from the snippets we know about the album and its aesthetic so far. After scouring for some desk photos on Pinterest, I decided what I wanted the piece to embody. The chairman of the Tortured Poets department sitting at her desk while she... Oh wait, I finished this piece next week. Gotta wait till then to figure out what I do. Or, you can go check out my Instagram or TikTok, which are linked in my description. To recap, I had a pretty fun and inspiring week. I guess the moral of it is I'm very inspired by music. I think it's a little weird that I'm not musically skilled despite my musical passions, but that's okay. Art is art no matter the medium. Their art inspires my art, and that's really the point at the end of the day. I love to be inspired, and I get so much inspiration from others. If you enjoyed hearing about my process or got inspired, leave a like and maybe even subscribe so I'll be here for the next upload. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Bye!